Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. The last beer review in this apartment here in Albany, New York. Moving to Florida starting tomorrow. So maybe I'll have the first video review down there within a week. Who knows? Anyways, this beer is actually a very old bottle, but I got it so cheap, and it was the last beer in the fridge. And it's a pretty big special beer, so I thought it should be the one. Plus, this is episode 850. Thought this should be the one I go out on. So this is the 2013 vintage of Dogfish Head's Positive Contact. Yeah, it's a pretty orange, very hazy. I can see some particulates floating around. Big, 3-finger head there. It was more than that when I first poured it. You know, white, foamy, frothy kind of thing going there. It smells interesting. I mean, I definitely get a lot of apple cider. I can kind of get like a little bit of a spicy thing going too. It's very, it's definitely a lot of fruit, but like that cilantro and cayenne pepper. I almost get like cinnamon or something too. Maybe I'm just getting that from the apple cider, but slow roasted farro. I don't know what that is. Probably should look it up, but. They said, on their website, it says, it's a very, very, very loosely based on a Belgian wit. So, and it's 50-50 wheat and barley, so there's a lot of wheat in here. So, I'm wondering what style this should go under. Should it be, spice or vegetable, braggot, which is a beer cider hybrid, or fruit beer? So, I guess we'll find out. Cheers. Well, I mean, you would never know that's a 2-year-old bottle. No sign of oxidation, no lemon lollipop, cardboard, or whatever you want to call it. So when it hits my mouth, I'm getting a lot of different things coming in all directions. I'm getting that cider, although it's more like an applesauce kind of taste, and like real applesauce, not like the stuff that comes in a jar or a can. Get a little bit of the little spiciness from the cilantro, and there's a tiny little bit of heat from that cayenne pepper. I mean, you wouldn't think that these flavors would work, but they do. That's what makes Dogfish Head such a great brew. Is they can take those crazy concoctions of ingredients and make them work. I mean, I think the whole apple character definitely dominates the palate. Like I said, it's like applesauce. So I'm getting a little bit of a cinnamon taste in there, and it might be even if it's not brewed with cinnamon, I'm just kind of picking up cinnamon is technically a spice. So whatever that pepper is, it might be creating for that kind of cinnamon kind of flavor thing going. It's sweet, although the hops actually have held up pretty well for 2 years or so. There's a little bit of bitterness on the back end. The website says it's only 26 IBUs. I mean, that's not super strong, but which accounts for maybe not so much having hop bitterness as it does for hop flavor. Really like that finish there. Just more of the kind of applesauce, apple cider kind of thing going. It was just like I said, just a faint, tiny, very, very easily tolerable heat in the throat from that pepper. I'm really impressed, and I'm glad this is one of the beers is the beer I'm going out on. I think it's just really interesting. I mean, you gotta admit that this is a really unique and original recipe, and that they were able to pull it off, and that the beer would hold up 2 years later. That's pretty amazing. All right, so let's rate this on Rate Beer. For aroma, I'm gonna go 8. Lots of apple, smells nice. Doesn't smell amazing, but it smells really good. Appearance, I'm gonna go 4. Love the color. Yeah, it's a really hazy, kind of dirty body, but it did have a lot of foam, and it did lace pretty well. For taste, I'm gonna go 9 actually. I think it's really. I mean, it's definitely delicious, but it's not magically delicious. I already said that. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that the whole review, so you don't really need to know anything else. Yeah, so 9 out of 10 on taste. For palate, For balance, I'm going to go the full 5 out of 5. It's a 9% ABV beer. I don't taste, smell, or feel the alcohol. Like I said, there's warmth, but it's probably more from pepper than from the alcohol. It doesn't feel like a heavy beer. It feels like it's like between 6 and 7%. It's very, very smooth, very comfortable, still plenty well carbonated. I don't know, is this bottle conditioned or not? I don't know. But yeah, it's really smooth, really comfortable, easy to drink, and I think that the fruit pairing, I think this would be a great beer to have with Thanksgiving dinner, which is the whole purpose that I bought that bottle. Overall, I'm going to go 17 out of 20. That's a total score of 4.3 on Rate Beer scale, which is a 9 out of 10 on my scale. I'd agree with that. I think it's an excellent beer. There you go. 9 out of 10 for Dogfish Head Positive Contact 2013 vintage. That does it for this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews and the first 850 episodes of the show that were shot here in this apartment in Albany. So 851 will be somewhere in Florida. Maybe I'll shoot one on the road. So I'm driving down there. It's going to take like 3 days, so I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see. All right, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys whenever. Cheers.